Hello and welcome back to Matsuribayashi. Chapter 5. Last time, I'd say we finished, it kind of seemed like we finished the prologue because, we had the title. Well, we didn't get the one with the Rika quote and stuff, but it was still a title, kind of a title card. So I'm guessing, I guess summarizing, we saw how the military sort of ordered investors to stay away because they thought it was too dangerous from Hifumi's research, and how that whole thing went, which was pretty awkward and not fun to watch. It was fun to watch, but like not fun if you feel for them. But then we got that cool Takano, almost like a montage of her just zooming through life, top of her grades at every time, with the Dear You remix, which is apparently just called You, according to Discord, which was pretty good. And then we got like a challenge, a standoff between Hanyu and Takano, which was also good. So I assume the pacing will probably change a bit. Like we're either gonna get, I think might switch back to the club members and Rita and start their story, and then like maybe later in the story jump back to Takano's backstory / her POV, or alternatively we will still continue through Takano's point of view, and because we still have a bit to explore for her past, particularly. I guess the most vital thing is when the time she switched from pure research into like becoming the curse. It's probably like the most vital piece we need. Again, I still think it's probably like the budget cuts, and that'll probably like if there's budget cuts, it might this is very similar to what happened to her grandfather, which might cause the change. But yeah, it'll be probably one of those. Then we'll go back to the club members. But yeah, dude, I'm excited. Chapter 5. Again, we're kind of zooming through. But it's okay. I enjoy the zoom, and I assume this will be a bit longer since, again, the chapters are fairly short. So I'm guessing there's just gonna be like a more bulk, or just more chapters overall, possibly. But anyways, also no tips still. Hello? See, we haven't even heard the tips music, dude, because we never got tips. But yeah, anyways, let's see what's happening. What way are we gonna go? Oh. Welcome. Never mind, we're in the freaking the next dimension, looking down. Oh shit, actually hold on. I did say I would. Actually, let me pause for a second. Alright, last time I did say I would, even though like no one's been complaining, it is still kind of loud for me. Though I guess there's no point of going to this voice matching level. What does this mean? Huh? Set strips. Okay. It's not what I thought. Maybe we should just crank down the sounds a bit. By sound, I mean music. All the way. Mute gain. Let's just do this for now. Just a little touch up. Welcome to the world of Higurashi Chapter 8, Matsuribayashi. In this world, you'll be able to recreate the story from Hanyu's point of view. Interesting. I guess that made sense. I didn't even consider that. So we're gonna get a Hanyu POV main character. That's actually really cool because she's like freaking. She can just go anywhere in the story. Huh. I don't even know why I didn't even consider that. It's cool. I just thought it was gonna be Rika. Your objective is to create the June 1983 ideal to you. You will need to collect many different fragments to make that possible. However, Takano's conviction is very strong. To overturn it, you will need a lot of effort and a lot of fragments. I'll warn you right now, it'll be a slow and painful process. Hanyu went through it for over 100 years, and she even had to stop and give in to fate. Defeating Takano's convictions will not be easy. The trial in this world will put you through as much pain as Hanyu had to endure. You may surrender just like Hanyu did, after being emotionally worn down by the constant repetition of the worlds woven by countless fragments. When you feel like surrendering, you can end this game at any time. But if you do, the worlds revolving around your friends' fates will be limited to Anatakushi through Minagoroshi. By forgetting this world and uninstalling this product, you will finally accept death. This is a little funky dialogue. It hits a little more meta than I was expecting. Just like Rita did. Your ideal June 1983 can be created by putting together 50 fragments that are scattered all over this world, huh? To connect these fragments together, you will need the right ones. There are 50 of them, which may be dizzying. However, this world isn't that merciless. Every time I find like Hanyu going to different freaking fragment dimensions or something. To ease your pain, there will be a little help for you. When you choose the wrong piece, your only ally here will give you a sign that it's not yet time to put those fragments together. As long as that sign remains, you won't be able to connect them. You might as well go look for different ones. After you put other fragments together, you might be able to connect the ones you couldn't put together earlier. When that happens, she'll let you know. Let's put those fragments together. Then you'll be able to join the other ones too. When you connect to all 50, they'll become one big fragment. There you'll find your ideal June 1983. That's when the long-awaited Matsuribayashi will begin. Before you peek at each fragment, why don't you line up all 50 of them first? Most of them require other fragments, so there's only a few that you can actually look at. Let's try to find those first. To see conditions for connecting fragments, just point the cursor at them. Before anything else, let's find the ones you can look at without any conditions. This will be an extremely long and difficult trial. Let me tell you again, Hanyu challenged this for over 100 years and gave up on it. If you believe in miracles the same way your friends do, even if you don't live in the world where they live, if you believe in them. Welcome. Welcome to the world of Higurashi Chapter 8 Matsuribayashi. In this world, you'll be tested to see if you believe in the world that Rika and the others believed in. A miracle only happens when everyone combines their strength. The June 1983 created by Takano is nearly indomitable. She's gathered many people whose power are beyond the average person to her side, her backers being at the center of the national authority. Even if 100 dice all rolled ones, there wouldn't be even a chance to defeat her. In other words, a miracle is the only way forward. A miracle only happens when everyone combines their strength, and you are one of them. Are you ready? I don't know, I'm nervous. Is this an actual thing, or are we just reading? I'm more than ready. The key to a long journey is not to pressure yourself too hard. Well, let's take it at a light pace. I'll work while drinking my usual wine. Alright, what's happening? Shall we begin? We have all the time in this world. Sure? Well, okay, that's only a 9-minute video. No, we'll continue a bit. Though we got a chapter bait, dude. It's a sign. I'm guessing we're not actually doing stuff. No, you have attained new fragments. Oh my god, we're actually doing stuff. Holy shit. Okay. This is like not what I was expecting at all. That's what connects. Oh my god. Oh no, it's a puzzle? Dude, I'm a puzzle master though. And by puzzle master, I mean I'm better than I was a couple months ago. Oh, okay. Let's read these. C103 dose experiment. Satoko Hojo's detailed test results is required. Kyosuke Irie's decision is required. The discontinuation of Satoko Hojo's dissection plan is required. Kyosuke Irie's motive to become a doctor is required. The third year's... Okay, that's just telling what we need to look at the fragment. Okay, so we're just basically like creating our own story, kind of. But I'm sure it just goes in a certain way. Huh. This fragment is required first. Okay. Whoa! Oh no. Oh god. So it does seem like your decisions actually matter. Like, some points will lead you to other points and maybe a dead end. Because this one. Maybe. Dude. She's wearing her suit. Or maybe that's not it. Maybe we just have to do, shit, wait, sorry. Do this before we do, visiting Satoko. Oh, sounds... Tatano did something to, Rita's mom. Okay, wait, I need a save. I was not prepared for this at all. Just in case we somehow fuck up. But I don't think we'll do that in our introductory video. Strawberry milk candy. Ichiro Maibara. The game board must be set up. That's interesting. Oh, okay. We get the picture. So what should we do first? None of these. Probably not that. We should do, probably Tomotaki and, Irie first. Let's do Irie first. Koizumi. Alright, what's happening, Irie? Group physical exams are very meaningful for our research. Although it's only for a certain age groups, we can examine many of the Hinamizawa residents at the same time. It's a perfect cover for our research center. Ah. Makes sense. Also, because of several arrangements, we have a monopoly on the villagers' corpses and can perform autopsies on them too. There certainly wasn't an environment this rich in opportunity for those in the medical field. Our follow-up on the work of the late Dr. Takano is going smoothly. The amount of data he compiled is absolutely astounding. He was truly an incredible researcher.
失礼します、所長。
ああ、高野さん。お疲れ様です。
Nurse Takano. I think we've never seen... Actually, no, we've definitely seen... No, we haven't seen Irie's POV. We've seen like a third-person POV of Irie's thoughts, so. At least in the last arc.
先ほど東京から残りの検査結果が郵送されてきました。こちらに置きますわね。
ありがとうございます。いよいよ面白くなってきましたね。
この面白さを共有できてとても嬉しいです。
I'm sure Takano is like legitimately happy, right? Because for so long, like to find someone who actually like enjoys the research. I mean, the older people do at Tokyo now, but like someone actually like wanting to research it themselves too. Takano-san is my assistant who was sent from the self-defense force. But she's far from the image I have of an SDF officer. Just like our research is being concealed, maybe her identity is concealed too. I'm sure her name is an alias as well. I mean, it kind of is, but not really. And the people at Tokyo think her name is also Mio Takano, so it's an alias she made herself. I'm just a doctor and a researcher. Without Takano-san's support, it would be impossible for me to manage this institution. She's a pipeline to her clients in Tokyo, my assistant, as well as a researcher who's an expert on Hinamizawa syndrome. Her existence is absolutely necessary here. The more I think about it, the more I feel this should have been the Takano Institute rather than the Irie Institute, and she should have been the director. Not wrong. But that was explained to me when they asked me to take this position. My client wanted a civilian to manage this place. They searched for the person who met their requirements, and there I was, and I became the director. I have a feeling I'm just a puppet on their strings. But I won't just sit here and do nothing. I was asked to research a rare disease. I am a researcher, so of course I'm excited about that. My client's goal might be different, but I'm here out of the desire to unravel the mysteries of Hinamizawa syndrome and the first person to uncover a new mystery for mankind.
ひなみざわ症候群という寄生虫感染症がほぼ間違いなく存在するという浮かし彫りの情報はいくらでも集まるのに、原因となる病原体が発見できないのはとても悔しいですね。
そうですわね。電子顕微鏡を使えばあっさりと見つかるだろうという期待も少しはしていたもので。
Viruses are too small to see with a regular microscope. So the invention of the electron microscope was a dramatic advancement in the world of medicine. I never heard of it. New tech. However, it's very expensive and no way for a normal doctor to acquire one. The late Dr. Takano said an electron microscope could find the cause of the disease, but it seems his theory has been proven wrong. Even Takano-san was hoping an electron microscope would find it. She was disappointed when she didn't uncover anything after all the autopsies she performed. Her research seems to be having its first snag. It has actually stalled our work for several weeks now. So we need to think about where to go from here. And eventually, I think what breaks the snag, maybe not this snag, but there was a wall, and I think they mentioned it's probably the person who murdered the dam foreman because they took him alive, and I believe they did experiments. Also, just having Satoko and Rika to do experiments too. Basically, we actually know the answer to why it's not working, right? That was forgot. So basically, from what I remember, you actually can't see any signs of the virus once the person has died. So you need to actually like study the virus under like live subjects, I guess. I think that was explained in Minedoroshi.
となると、 極小の極小なのか、あるいは検体そのものに問題があるのかもしれません。
と申しますと、
例えばですが、野生のネズミの体に多数のノミが寄生していることはご存知と思います。ですが、ネズミの死体を調べたところで
There you
ノミ
go.
を見つけることはできません。
Erie already knows, dude.
宿主が死んだ時点で寄生虫であるノミの生活基盤も崩壊するからです。
宿主が死ねば寄生虫にとってそれは地球が滅んでしまうのと同
Made
じ
sense.
というわけですわね。
そうです。滅びた後の地球を調べても人類を見つけることができないのと同じです。
Hey, you don't know that.
と
I
い
mean,
う
it made
ことは
sense.
滅ぶ前の地球を調べればよいという話になりますわね。
そうですね。ただ、滅ぶ前の地球には人権があります。
What, Erie? Human rights? You call yourself a true researcher? Think about the... I'm joking, but...
生きているうちに調べることは難しいでしょう。
Oh, God. I mean... Yeah, that is really streamish to think about. Playing with the brain, like, just putting them unconscious and playing with the brain while they're alive. Jesus. Examining a living human's brain. No matter how you sugarcoat it, that bore a very grave meaning. From a medical standpoint, it's necessary. But we have rules and morals in this world. And we have to advance the medicine with such boundaries. There's a time when I was studying lobotomies for the betterment of mankind. They did mention this. He's like... He still supports the method of lobotomizing the frontal lobe or something to because he believes that all bad actions are a disease. Psychosurgery. There you go. I don't think I was wrong. However, could I ever be forgiven under our ideas of ethics? I don't know. It's a great thought, you know. You don't personally think you're wrong, but the world thinks you're wrong. Then who's right? One day my judgment will be handed down by the devil. Whether I'm guilty or not, I have to accept it. As I reflected upon my past, I heard a voice. It was Takano-san's. It was very clear and simple, yet it struck me with surprise.
わかりました。滅ぶ前の地球を用意させましょう。
Ooh, that's a great way to do it. Just get someone who's about to die and then operate. Then it's not that bad morally, I guess. I'm startled. Sometimes the phrase advanced medicine bore the whisper of the devil, tempting us to accept sacrifices. I heard the devil whisper.
そんなに難しいことではありませんわ。南沢の住人ですでに重篤の状態で市内病院に入院しており、いつ死んでもおかしくない患者を探させるだけですもの。
しかし、いくら余命いくばくとはいえ、自らの体を生きているうちに検体に差し出される勇気のある方がいらっしゃるでしょうか。
I mean, some people do it, but I doubt rural people in general would want to do that. Dude, I remember in high school, a lot of people were talking about, or at least my friend group was talking about, like, the possibility of, like, signing something where when you die, they'll get to experiment cryogenics on your body. So, like, or if you're about to die, you, like, sign a contract. They can experiment with cryogenics, and, you know, if they succeed, you'll be, like, successfully cryogenically frozen, and let's say you had, like, an incurable illness, then they would, like, wake you up in the future and, like, hit you with the cure if it was, like, ready. At least that's what I remember from high school. And everyone's like, hell yeah, let's do it, dude. Or if they have like a way to extend your life if you're an older person. It's a pretty cool idea. I guess the negatives are you won't have like an urn for ashes or a grave at the cemetery for people to visit. But I mean, I guess it's up to you. And obviously some people do just sign a deal to send their corpse to just for medical research purposes in general, though. I think that doesn't really apply to like live experiments unless like they have an incurable disease sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's a pretty rare thing. I think people usually just want to live as long as they can. Though like low key, I would low key though, cryogenic sounds kind of spicy, dude. I don't know if I would do it, but I'd probably consider it more than the other options. Unless it's like something similar to that can extend your life or whatever.
いずれ亡くなる方にほんの少し早くお休みいただくというだけの話ですわ。
Takano.
書類上ね。
Ooh. No morals Takano. Again, everything is more understandable now that we know Takano a bit better. But still. The patient would be legally declared dead even though they're still alive. And we'd perform an autopsy while they were still alive.
無理でしょう。第一、頭蓋を切開するような大手術となれば、絶対に痕跡は残ります。遺体を遺族の方が見られたら不審に。
そういうところを何とかできるのが私どもではありませんの。山犬に至急条件を満たす患者が存在しないか、市内病院を調べさせます。
All you have to do is wait with a knife and fork in your hands.
すぐに研究対象をお連れいたしますから。
わかりました。
Mio Takano is my partner, there's no question about that. But I just can't trust her. You know, I don't, I mean, what was I gonna say? I mean, I don't blame you. Someone who's making metaphors and joking with a hee 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 is definitely not trustworthy in my eyes, in general. Especially in like tight situations like this. It searched extremities as a researcher, which contrasts largely with mine. But are we so different? I'm here simply waiting with a knife and fork in my hands just as she told me to. I just don't want to witness such a gruesome scene, that's all. What she's preparing for me now is exactly what I want. Who's the hypocrite? Not her. It's me. How can I say I'm different knowing what I've done in the past? I've performed lobotomies without patients' consent, despite it being surgery that might affect their lives forever. How's that different from what she's doing? Dude, I honestly thought he had like their consent, or at least tricked them, or something. I guess they did say that. I just didn't think Erie was. They did say that they were operating without patients' consent, but I didn't think Erie specifically would have done that. Huh. I mean, I guess I'm just imagining relating to them because obviously I can't. But as a researcher, like your goal is to discover something new in the medical field. So, and I'm sure doing experiments on a living person would greatly speed up that process. So I'm sure, like deep down, he's probably excited about doing it despite not really wanting to. It's like a weird contrast. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm trying to relate to that, but you know, I can see it in my mind. I've never doubted my past achievements. However, when I look at her, I start to feel unease. Takano-san is talking to Okinogi on the intercom in my office. I'm sure she's telling him to come over so she can explain to him what was just discussed. I'm simply watching without stopping her. I began to reflect upon my past to remember why I chose to become a doctor. Okay. I'll probably like make this video a bit shorter and probably go to like 45 minutes, maybe a fragment or two, depending. Just as our videos have been so long. Oh, okay, what does that do? So it's blue, which means we have taken it. Ah, so we can go to this one now. I guess we're just chaining them. Like, they don't all have to connect, I think, right? I mean, I guess they do in the end. Isn't this eerie? Like, the research has stagnated. Unless it's, like, a different one. Dude, this is, like, so cool. Research is going well. Well, I kind of want to do Tomotaki's because I still want to see the the romance if possible, dude. Deja vu. Oh yeah, I guess we do have to get into the creation of that artificial disease that sends a patient to L5 immediately. They probably do use that. I'm just admiring this. We also have like Satoshi, and we also have this, which I don't actually know what that would be. Huju. Dude, we can do Satoko. Don't mind me, I'm just enjoying the time. God. It's honestly like extra funny that for the intro I talked about how the story could go on. And I was completely blown out of the water. Let's do Jiro Tomodachi, dude. He's my boy. And the music. The forecast said there's a chance of rain in the evening. But I didn't think it would rain so hard. We decided to wait at an abandoned bus stop for the rain clouds to clear. Dude, this is gold. I feel the chance for gold here.
あらいいのよ気にしないで次郎さん私も土砂降りになるかもしれないことを覚悟の上で出かけたんだから
Takano-san giggled. Although she said the weather might change suddenly, I dragged her out here. I feel stupid for making her come along and ending up ruining her precious day off. I have to go back to Tokyo tonight, so it'll be a while before I can return to Hinamizawa. I didn't want to spend my last day at a cheap hotel in Okinomiya, so I asked her to go for a stroll.
Yeah. 本当に申し訳ない
She teased me for a while, but only a little. She wasn't actually enjoying driving me into a corner. That's just her way of communicating it, and I find it very charming. It's an acquired taste. Though I understand it, kind of. I think I've become captivated by her. But on her part, I'm just an auditor from Tokyo. That's why she's been so nice to me, and it's definitely not because she likes me personally. So I feel like I might have used my position to drag her out here, and that makes me a little depressed. I probably should think this slight fever I have is nothing more than a cold. Ah, there you go. This is the slight fever path. But she was the type of person who made it clear when she disliked something. She wouldn't say so directly, but she would use all kinds of indirect expressions that meant the same thing. So I want to believe she's out here because she might be even a little bit attracted to me. Well, in the end game, she was attracted to you a bit. At least we know that. Dude, I mean, obviously it's not happening now, but like I said, I thought it would be like pretty cool if there's like a world where either Tomotaki decided to join the dark side with Takano, or somehow Tomotaki taught Takano out of doing the killing and stuff. I really like the Tomotaki Takano couple. It's kind of weird because in like the realm of coupling up characters together, you would like, I don't know how like you would compare them to like Keiichi Rena, Keiichi whatever, Mion, Keiichi Rita, Rita Satoto, whatever, like stuff like that. Shion Satoshi. But I feel like, again, everyone knows my takes already. I mean, I like Keiichi Mion. I feel like Mion Tomotaki is like in second place, oddly enough. I just like really enjoyed the times they were like together and like flirting. So I'm glad we're getting some of this, even though I think this is probably like the only one for that. Probably don't need more than that, but you know. Me likey. I shook my head as I frowned upon my selfish thoughts. She chuckled as though she knew what I was thinking. I felt myself starting to go red after that.
二郎さんも不思議な人ね。東京ではさぞや女性にモテるでしょうに。なぜわざわざ私みたいなおかしな女に付き合ってくださるのかしら。
Weirdo. I mean, from the montage, I doubt Takano really has any romantic experience besides, like, I don't know what went down with gaining power in Tokyo. She probably like flirted with some of the more powerful people at least, but like having like a real relationship, so it's probably a new experience. And I think she does mention that in Minagoroshi, like it was her first time experiencing and she really enjoyed it, you know, in her world of, I mean, it's not darkness yet because she's just here for researching, even though she is very twisted. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I like the concept.
おかしななんてことはないよ。高野さんは十分魅力的だよ。むしろ僕みたいな男のために貴重な休日を割いてもらったのが申し訳ないくらいだよ。
Don't put yourself down, Tomotaki. You're a cool guy too.
確かに私はとても大切な研究のために生涯を捧げたつもりだけど、たまには頭を切り替えて遊ぶことも大事だし、それに異性とのコミュニケーションは脳の活性にもとてもいいんだから。
It's one way to put it.
僕ごときで高野さんの頭の気分転換のお役に立ててるならいいんだけどね。
あなたは私と一緒にいても気分転換にはならない？
She gives me an impish smile that makes my heart skip a beat. I tried hiding my embarrassment so she wouldn't notice my ears going red.
そんなことないよ。僕も高野さんと一緒に過ごせるとこういろいろと気分転換になるよ。それにほら、高野さんに野鳥撮影のことを布教すれば僕も撮影の同志を得られるわけだしね。もしよかったら次に来るときは僕の古いカメラを持ってくるよ。買うと高いからね。
It's really expensive to buy a new one, you know. Ha 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 ha.
ありがとう。あなたを虜にする野鳥撮影がどれくらい楽しいのか、ぜひ教えていただけると嬉しいわ。
So Tomodachi, oh,
次の機会には
My
野鳥
bad
撮影
talking
の
now.
散策にご一緒したいわね。
don't let me ruin the
じ
moment.
ゃあ私自分で買わなくていいのかしら。
Okay, that's my bad. The double pause? You kidding me? So Tomodachi actually likes avian photography. Interesting. I thought it was just I guess it was an oddly specific like fake job.
うん。僕のお風呂で少し挑戦してみて馴染めそうだったら新しいカメラを買う方がいいんじゃないかな。
ありがとう。
I skipped.
次に来てく
I'm
ださる
sorry.
時はぜひ私の写真の批評をお願いするわね。
どんな写真か楽しみだな。
きっと二郎さんみたいにはいかないわ。本当に初めてですもの。
Well, she keeps her cool and smiles. All I can do is blush and scratch my head. Am I being conceited? I can't help but think that Takano-san likes being with me. If it's mere flattery, I don't think she'd come along this far. Oh, no, no, no. Taking women's flattery seriously is a mistake I always make. I shouldn't assume that she's attracted to me.
そういえばこうして二郎さんと二人きりで
She is being extremely flirtatious. I mean, maybe it just comes off that way because Takano's always just naturally teasing people, but
そうだね。いつも所長とか他の研究員の人とかがいたりするからね。
私あなたのことを全然知らないの。あなたが東京でどんな仕事をしているかとか、今までどんなことをしてきたのかとか、自衛
dude,
昔
I'm
ち
too
ょっとだ
giddy.
け教官の真似事をしてたけどね。怪我をした時に目をやっちゃってね。普段の生活には支障はないんだけど、大ごとに受け取られちゃって。それ以来は事務屋の仕事ばかりやらされてるんだよ。
Takano-san giggles, saying I must have done something silly to cause the injury.
それでね、体内の広報誌を作る仕事を手伝った時に、イベントの写真撮影で初めてカメラの魅力を知ったんだよ。カメラには人を幸せにする力があるのさ。何を言ってるんだろうって思ってるだろうけど、いやこれは本当なのさ。僕はカメラに触れるようになってから日々に幸せを感じるようになったと思ってるよ。
It's definitely an interesting hobby. I'm not much of a photo guy myself. I do like taking photos when I'm in new places and stuff, but yeah, they're not very good usually. I usually just like background photos. I don't really like taking pictures of like myself or people. So
カメラでどうして幸せになれるのかしら。
カメラというのは日々の生活を切り取って写真にして残すものなんだ。じゃあ幸せなものはどこにあるんだろうとファインダー越しに自分の周りの世界を覗いてみると、そこには今まで当たり前だと思っていたものが実はとても幸せなものだったんだと気づくことでいっぱいなんだ。例えば路肩のアスファルトの隙間からけなげに生えている一輪のタンポポだって忙しく通り過ぎる時にはただの雑草に過ぎないけれど、ファインダー越しに覗いた時、それは春の訪れを教えてくれる季節からの素敵な贈り物であったことに気づけるんだよ。それを写真に収めアルバムに残す。そしてアルバムを再び開くたびにその時の幸せな気持ちがよみがえってくるんだ。
二郎さんは風景や野鳥の撮影をしながらそんな気持ちに浸っているの？
その写真が芸術的かどうかとか賞を取れるような劇的瞬間かどうかなんていう野心的なことは僕にとってあまり重要じゃないんだよ。僕たちが気づかない小さな幸せに気づかせてくれる。そこにこそカメラの魅力があるんだと思ってるんだ。だからそんな気持ちでこのひなみ沢をファインダーで覗けることはとても楽しくて幸せなことなんだよ。
it's a very poetic thing. Oh, so I'm really glad to be able to see Hinmiza through my viewfinder. I have a tendency to go overboard when I talk, but most of the time, Takano playfully twists my words right back at me. I mean, you sounded very passionate, so it's pretty entertaining. I think in general, when someone's really passionate about a topic, it's more entertaining. Unless you just don't like the topic. But if you're neutral, it sounds usually better, in my opinion. So it's very unusual for her to listen to me like this. Tateno-san sat down next to me and tried to fiddle with my camera. I don't know how much of an impression I made, but I think she is indeed interested in cameras. I was expecting her to tease me like usual, so I'm happy to see that this is her reaction.
ちょっと試してみるかい？
私にもできるかしら。
簡単だよ。最初はピントの合わせ方とシャッターの押し方だけ覚えれば十分さ。持ってごらん。ああ、レンズには絶対に触れちゃダメだよ。
ブー、簡単じゃないじゃない。
I've never used like a really good camera. Since she seemed to show an interest in cameras, I wanted to take a walk around Hinamizawa and take some pictures of the scenery. But unfortunately, the rain doesn't seem to want to stop. But she was still having fun and kept taking pictures inside the bus stop. So the first set of pictures she ever took were of odd things in that dark little building. Since then, every time we'd meet, we ended up walking around the village with our cameras in our hands. Dude, I love that. It's what I want, dude. Tomodachi Tateno stuff. There probably will be another one where they get together, I hope. So it's interesting that they don't actually... Like, this one is probably, like, needed for this, reminiscing about his past, and this one is... I think there's something about Tomodachi's fever. Yeah, this slight fever reaches high fever. Anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. Again, it's a little early, but we've been like pumping Higurashi for a while since the start, so having a short episode here and there isn't bad. Next time we will do more than 2 for sure. Probably hit you with Irie's background. And we have like Satoko, Satoshi. This, I don't know which one I want to do, because I don't know if we need Satoko, Satoshi yet before we start like getting into the other stuff. Huh. Well, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This was... I guess it really doesn't matter which one you do. I wonder if there actually are dead ends. I'm sure we're fine saving over that. But yeah, I mean, this is not what I expected at all. I'm not really disappointed. It's honestly kind of fun. And we will continue connecting some fragments next time, which is tomorrow, Saturday, so I guess we're just not getting hints, huh? But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye. Oops. Bye.